Thanks for kicking off your weekend with us at 2K Sports for this Friday night NBA game. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. Taking a look at Boston.
Well, they've battled these guys twice this season, each winning one. I'm really looking forward to seeing who wins this third contest.
Yeah, it's been a fun back and forth between these teams this season. I only see it heating up a little bit more tonight.
And here's Charlotte now. After the basket by Boston. And he comes up with a bucket. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
Now here's Okongwu. George for three, and he buries his first look.
Line him up and knock him down. You know PG is good to drill a handful of threes when he steps on the floor.
Antetokounmpo outside. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Right side Giddey. Jacks up a three. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Chalk up two there. Antetokounmpo has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Right side Giddey. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. We talked about Paul George and what his game plan was for keeping him in check. He said it's never going to be easy with him, but I told our guys I want constant communication. Talk when screens are coming, switch when we need to. We need to be highly active guarding him. Let's see how effective they are against him tonight. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen. Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Pass to George. Here's the three. Giannis with the rebound. Boston trailing. And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and, of course, controlling the boards.
That gives him the lead. Antetokounmpo has got 8.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
To the paint. Back to Giddey. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Here's Buzelis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
Well, you can see it. Buzelis is very comfortable operating in the mid-range.
Antetokounmpo. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Pass to Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Yeah, that felt like PG was baiting the defenders there. Great use of the pick.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Gets the three to fall. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Here's Buzelis. Pass to Okongwu. There's the triple. The rebound, Celtics. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Antetokounmpo outside. Lays it up and banks it in. 12 points for him.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
And that one's good. Giddey.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Jackson for 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Boston. He made a big impact, scoring 15. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And Charlotte making a change here. Black with it. Outside Robinson. From the arc. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, guys. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Back over to you.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
Can you believe that's their first turnover? Good ball security has really helped them build this lead.
Charlotte trailing. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Boston pulls it in.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Here's Carter. And no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Smith outside. And he gets it to go.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Out left to the wing. Smith left side. Shoots over Walker. Here's Carter. Smith with the rebound.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Charlotte's shooting their first foul shot of the night. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
Hey, right here.
Pass to Smith. Screen by Robinson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Anthony.
Look, I played with his old man and Smith Jr. Hey, that looked just like him there on that jump shot.
Smith hits them both.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
George outside. Back to Dunn. Here's a Kongwu. Oh, nice D from Carter. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Smith. The layup misses. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Picked up by Kongwu. From deep. The rebound by Carter.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Here's Black. He's scoreless. Misses from close range. Pass to Okongwu for three. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And the Hornets making a change here.
Timeout.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. And some changes here for the Celtics. 1:42 left in the first half of this one. Walker sets a screen. Pass to Monk. Charlotte, no good that time either. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Here's Giddey. Here's the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You're pushing the pace. Giddey using some speed to get his shot.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And here's Walker. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Tipped away. Here's Antetokounmpo. Bully ball in the paint from Giannis.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
Pass to Vucevic. They set the pick. Outside Walker. Back to Vucevic. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Butler. Oh, Butler, what a dunk.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Now Giddey. George outside. Inside. Okongwu, no good. Celtics lead by 5. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, my goodness!
Okay.
Throw it down!
Come on! Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish. A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Van Arsdale. No good with a layup. You know, when you think about the league's most capable scorers, Paul George has to be on that list, Richard.
When I think of PG, he's just a perfect basketball player. Dunks, threes, mid-range. This man can do it all. And when he's got it going, it's hard to think of a more complete scorer.
Butler surveying the floor. Fires for 3. No good. Hornets trail by 3. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Giddey. That shot missing. Now here's Jackson, averaging around 6 a game. Antetokounmpo inside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Hornets trail by 3. Outside Giddey. Pass to Smith. Count it, and the foul. That's on Wendell Carter.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. So it's Boston now. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip. Here's Black. Now Carter. Clock at 6. Picked by Carter. Here's Smith. Again, the miss by Boston.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Back to Black. Pass to Smith. To stop the drought. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Down low. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop. That thing is over.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. .157 left in the third quarter. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Jackson outside. Back to Black. A deep three. Smith with the rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Pick by Smith. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Smith. It's good on the putback. And it's a 5-point Charlotte lead.
Just an absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied.
Black outside. Smith in the high post. Back to Black. And stolen by Anthony. 54 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
First team foul.
And so it's Boston with it. They trail by 7. Pass to Smith. Shot clock at 5. They need this.
And since halftime, they've really turned up defensively.
He's off on the layup. Here's Anthony. Again, Charlotte.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
It's Jackson, high post. And yep, it's good. Jackson's got his second basket on the night.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage.
39.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Celtics trail by 7. Antetokounmpo with it. And that one falls. Now 10 for 12 with that make.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
And that one drops. And the Hornets lead by 7.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Outside for Butler. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's Charlotte. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Antetokounmpo surveys. A big-time flush by Giannis.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Here's Giddey. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And one thing that's fun to watch, when Josh Giddey grabs a defensive rebound and goes coast to coast, RJ.
Yeah, that's when he is at his best. Ball is in his hand. Out in space, playing with speed.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
I'm liking the throwback approach. They're making use of the mid-range area and inflicting major damage there.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic. The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Jackson outside. Oh, the shot is off. Charlotte leading by 8. Giddey scanning the floor. Ball stolen. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Outside George. Outside Giddey. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Antetokounmpo showing his range.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
With such confidence as a passer, he hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Here's Van Arsdale. 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Charlotte leading by 9. It's Giddey on the wing. Now Smith jams it home.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Hornets.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And they've now won themselves a 2-1 advantage in this season series. We'll see if it's the same story when these two meet one last time.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Josh Giddey.
Incredible game for him. He had endless energy. No doubt, best player on the floor tonight.
Here's Van Arsdale. Here's Antetokounmpo. Anthony pulls it down. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that about wraps it up.
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람 한 곡도 채 끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지마 라고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아